O Show. This is the Big 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 O Show.
There's just one place to celebrate a happy new model year. Acura of Pembroke Pines. Drive away in a new CVX. Only $459 a month at Acura of Pembroke Pines, the #1 volume Acura dealer.
After 40 years, the Big Cheese Miami is still producing great Italian food. They started in 1984. Since then, they've been winning awards while being voted the best inexpensive Italian restaurant in Miami. Visit them for great food, amazing service. Witness the decades of Cane's memories. The walls are like a Miami Hurricanes Hall of Fame. The Big Cheese delivers anything on its menu or party platter menu to your home, office, or even a park for a picnic. Located at 8080 Southwest 67th Avenue, Miami. Call 305-662-6855. TheBigCheeseMiami.com, where they serve large portions at family prices.
Oh, Sam, not again.
Initiating Daddy's back.
Go!
Set the rhythm of your smart home with Sloman Shield Blink, the new integrated smart home platform that automates your life just the way you want it. Sloman Shield Blink. Be the maestro of your own home.
Before you buy or lease a Honda, Volkswagen, Hyundai, or any other model, compare Subaru, rated #1 in safety at Subaru of Pembroke Pines. Buy with 0.9% financing, 0 down. Forester with symmetrical all-wheel drive, $259 a month. Crosstrek with symmetrical all-wheel drive, $239 a month. During the Subaru A Lot to Love event at Subaru of Pembroke Pines, South Florida's #1 volume Subaru retailer.
Welcome to Caneswear. New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
If you're looking to take your home or business to the next level, then RM Contractors can assist you. RM specializes in new residential turnkey, new commercial turnkey, home and office remodeling. Call them for free estimates. Serving all of South Florida, licensed and insured. Call Ray, 305-345-3649. You work hard to create the perfect atmosphere. You dream it, we'll build it. RM Contractors, 305-345-3649. Or Instagram at RMC Fisher Island.
Hi, this is Jeff Welt from Welton Rayom. Dan and I have been in business together for over 22 years. We're not your typical lawyers. When Dan's not working in the office, he's flying his stunt plane. When I'm not in the office, I'm either getting tattooed, bowling, riding a motorcycle, or going to concerts. We might not be your typical attorneys, but we are aggressive attorneys, and we'll do whatever it takes to get you what you deserve. Consultations are always free. Call us anytime, 24/7.
Welton Rayom can help.
There's just one place to celebrate a happy new model year. Acura of Pembroke Pines. Drive away in a new ADX. Only $299 a month at Acura of Pembroke Pines, the #1 volume Acura dealer.
The viewpoint statements or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyXS.com, Media Group Inc. ownership, management, sponsors, or website.
Good afternoon, boys and girls. Welcome aboard. And as we promised you, special Saturday program coming to you live from beyond Bankcard Field here in Fort Lauderdale, as our very own Fort Lauderdale United is back after a long road trip, and they are ready to host Brooklyn FC. So we'll have some fun. We'll talk to Nia. We'll talk to Laveni. We'll have some fun here on the program. Mario Cristobal did not get it done again today. Manny Navarro is going to join us in about 13 minutes so we can talk about a disappointing defeat in overtime for the Miami Hurricanes as they lose to SMU 26-20. And I can already see that the chat board is absolutely exploding. And there's no excuse, unfortunately, for Mario. He has every resource there is available, more resources than any coach has ever had at the Miami Hurricanes. And, you know, today we're talking about a team that committed 12 penalties for 96 yards. And I understand there's a call or two that you want to say might be questionable, but it just doesn't make up for the 12 penalties, how you kill your own drives, the turnovers, the fact that you're unprepared. And, you know, as a friend of mine just told me and sent me a text, if this was Oklahoma, if this was Texas, if this was Ohio State, and Mario is doing this in year 4, he would have been fired. He would have been fired. But he's going to survive here for another year or two because the program cannot afford to have that kind of dead money out there, and they can't go buy another coach. But they're giving that coach everything he wants and all the assistants. And I don't know what else to tell you. You know, I'd love to tell you. Who doesn't want Mario Cristobal to succeed? A Miami guy, a Miami player. He bleeds Miami. That's all he thinks, dreams, eats, lives. This hurts him more than us. You know what I'm saying? This hurts him more than us, but it's not like any of you are going to care about that because this is the cold, cruel world of pro sports, you know? And man, it's just a real shame that you now have eliminated yourself from the ACC championship game, because this loss here kind of takes you out of that mix pretty much. And then now you're also on the brink of missing the playoffs too at the same time. And with this kind of talent, last year, Mario had a Heisman Trophy candidate at quarterback and couldn't get to the ACC championship game and couldn't get to the playoffs. That alone was disgraceful, man. It's sad. It's sad. And now you have a much better team. Today, you outgained them 433 to 388. Passing yards, they were better at 365 to 274. That's because they could only rush for 23 yards. You were the better team. You have the better talent. You have to perform that way. And that's the sad part, man. You know, I'm here in Fort Lauderdale, and the United, this is their second year, and in their first year, they were in the championship game. You know, it's like you see this kind of stuff around. You see what Vinny Viola's done with the Panthers and turning them around, and you just watch this Canes program just, flop around, dude. It's pathetic. And Mario, and by the way, you see it on social media, don't you, Sean? The Oregon people, like I told you so and all that. Like, it's everywhere, dude. Like, they love Dan Lanning over there. They know they got the better coach after Mario left. Just it's really, really, really odd, dude. That's how it's working out for Miami. But that was just, this is typical of Mario. I put a post out at the end of the third quarter that it doesn't matter how talented or less talented his teams are, because the first couple of years, right, those were bad teams, right? Oh, those aren't his guys. Well, okay, but these are your guys, dude. Your guys committed 12 penalties. Your guys committed stupid penalties. Your guys committed turnovers. You can't defend it. By the way, don't forget to please smash the hell out of the like button. We got a bunch of people watching, and we got 44 likes. You guys can get us easily over 200 likes right now because we got over 250 people watching right now. So please, we are working hard on a Saturday, okay? Show number 6. Hey, Sean, you get a day off tomorrow. Just so you know, you get a day off tomorrow, okay? Poor man works 7 days a week like I do. Anyway, so we get to rest a voice tomorrow, okay? So working hard for you. Please smash the hell out of the like button. And remember, you can also make a donation to the show, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show, Cash App or Venmo. You can send in your questions, comments, and your Mario Cristobal insults. I mean, I don't think you have insults for us on a Saturday here working hard for you guys. Anyway, I see Devin Jordan says, Big O, the season is over. The Canes played scared football. You lose in an embarrassing performance. I agree. Frankie Fresco. Oh, baby. Thank you for the super chat, Frankie. And Devin, thank you for the super chat. Frankie's loving it. Frankie cracked how many champagne bottles already? SMU. He's got the SMU gear on and everything. He's a Mustang all the way, baby. Says, how about those Canes? He's loving it. The Gator fan wants us to go down the sewer with him. That's what he wants. All right, let's do it. Across the street, Brett Gittleman, of course, who does an exceptional job with Canes wear, of course, dominating. And they sell all kinds of things. They got all kinds of stuff with the Canes logo on it. They got Dolphins gear. They got Heat gear. They got Inter Miami gear. They got Marlins gear. They got Panthers gear. They got championship Panthers gear. By the way, they're going to be adding Fort Lauderdale United gear too there also. But remember, you could use our code BIGO10 to get 10% off. And coming up, thanks to Brett and all the great people out there, Jeff and Jack and John and everybody getting it done, baby. We love them out there, man. Our Canes wear, Miami Hurricanes post-game report with the one and only Manny Navarro.
The viewpoint, statements, or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyXS.com, Media Group Inc. Ownership, Management, Sponsors, or website. If you're a Miami sports fan, there's only one store to go to, and that's Canes Wear at Miami Fanwear in Davie. They're your one-stop shop for all your inner Miami CF, Canes, Dolphins, Panthers, and Marlins merchandise. They have hats, t-shirts, game day jerseys, and so much more. Located at 2655 South University Drive in Davie, and open 24/7 online at caneswear.com or innermiamiwear.com. Call them at 954-835-5597. Caneswear, the spot where inner Miami and all Miami sports fans shop. Time for Canes fans to get what they want. Information, insight, and perspective. It's the Canes Wear Miami Hurricanes Report with Manny Navarro. Exclusively on the Big O Radio Show. Here's Big O and insider Manny Navarro.
All right. There he is. Follow him on Twitter at Manny_Navarro. And, of course, catch his work there at The Athletic. Manny, we talk about being conservative. We talk about sometimes or a lot of times Mario's teams not being prepared on game day and committing mistakes and just buffoonery, like covering that punt, all kinds of stuff. Dude, what words are there after this pathetic performance?
Nothing. Basketball season is around the corner, basically. I mean, unless
Lucas and his strength now, right? He's got a bunch of big dudes now, right? He's got power basketball coming our way, right?
Yeah. I mean, what do you say? This is utter disappointment because this season was supposed to be about contending for an ACC championship and making the playoff, just like last year was. And here we are again entering the month of November and suffering another loss in the month of November. Mario is 4-11 once the calendar turns to November since 2022 here. I mean, that's just a sign that instead of getting stronger as the season goes on, your team just gets weaker. And, the 12 penalties today for 96 yards, a lot of them were just careless and stupid.
And you know what, Manny? Let me add to something. The first couple of years, these aren't his guys. There's a bad element, and they would make stupid mistakes. Well, bro, these are your guys now. And they're making the same stupid mistakes. So there's one thing that is constant in all of it, and that's you guys, the coaches. Yep. Sorry.
There is nothing else to say but that. And I just think they play tight, though. I mean, every single time they're in a game, it's you see this like fear, right? This lack of confidence. And the only guys who don't really display that, to me, are the transfers, the guys who weren't here for 3 or 4 years under Mario. Everybody else is playing tight. They just play tight. They look like they're worried, they're scared, they're nervous. And to me, that's a reflection of the head coach. And we knew Mario is, he's never going to win with his game plan. And I think that's part of the issue now, right? The game has changed in the sense where you don't just have to be a guy who is excellent recruiter and can convince guys to come to your program. He can do that. The problem is now you also got to do more than just roll out talent. You got to do more than that. Yeah. And Shannon Dawson is somebody that, on my podcast, if you listen to my podcast, my co-host Carlos Ledo is constantly critical of him, and it has been even last year. And it's become more and more evident that it was more of a product of Cam Ward than it was anything having to do with Shannon Dawson.
I mean, where do they go from here, dude? Because you wanted to get to the ACC championship game, you wanted to be part of the playoffs. And this pretty much knocks you out. You're going to need a crap ton of help just to get in that position.
Yeah, I mean, look, from a schedule standpoint, you really beyond Pittsburgh, the last season game, you're not facing teams that are better than you. Next week, I think you get Syracuse at home, who just lost to North Carolina. They don't even have a quarterback right now. Then you get NC State, who I think has 4 losses already. You have Virginia Tech, who's got 4 or 5 losses already, and then you play at Pittsburgh. So they can get to 9 wins, I think. But what does that do for you? Nothing. The goal here is to be a contender. And it just, to me, they're falling short of that. And I think a lot of that goes back to Mario, the way that he leads, the way his teams play from a mentality standpoint, the tightness that they play with. It's hard to explain. It really is hard to explain because, for instance, fans were really upset we didn't see JoJo Trader all season, right?
Right.
He comes out today in the first half and
play.
Plays great, scores that touchdown, has one pass go off his hands. We didn't see JoJo Trader again, did we? I mean,
No.
I didn't see him in the game.
No.
So I know he bobbled the pass, but why is he out after one mistake? It's this conservative tightness that I see right now within this program. And, I told you when he got the job, he's going to need really good coordinators to help him. I think he's got a good one on defense now. But I still question what they're doing on offense. I mean, those fourth down runs that you're getting stuck. Everybody in the building knows where you're running.
Right.
Where's the innovation? Right?
Right.
Where's the trickery? Where's the, hey, we fooled you? Miami doesn't do that. There's no fooling any of their opponents ever.
And by the way, you landed a Heisman Trophy candidate at quarterback, and then you and Carson Beck, you could say, hasn't lived up to the hype, but in the process, we talked about the flip side. Hey, if you can succeed, you're going to be able to attract. This failure is also going to set you back in those areas of getting those elite players that are still going to end up going to other places.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that remains to be seen, because this thing flips and flops all the time. And these kids nowadays, they commit early, they decommit, they go to another school, they commit to that school, then they flip back. It all comes back to money. And I think as long as the money continues to come in, guys are going to want to come play here because there's opportunity. But I just, this was a crushing loss today because you should have won the game. You held that other team to, let me see here, 23 rushing yards.
Yeah, 23. And now they did get 365 passing over you to 274.
And a lot of that was Rhett Lashley playing tempo and smartly attacking. But again, that's what I mean. Rhett Lashley's team doesn't give a shit. They're coming into this game. We're going to do whatever it takes to win. Miami, it feels like we're going to do whatever it takes not to lose. And it's a mentality. It's a mentality that comes from the top. And Mario has to change or look, he's got 6 years left. He's not going anywhere. Okay. All the money that's being poured in here from the Moss brothers and all the other money that's paying for all these NIL guys, a lot of it came in part because of Mario. That's the reality of it. Okay.
Yeah.
If it's going to stick around and it's going to continue, he's got to do something. He's got to change something to have that support. But he ain't getting fired anytime soon because I know people are out there saying fire him. Like, dude, you're crazy.
They got to carry him at least 2 more seasons before. We've talked about this, that it's like year 6 of this deal.
At the end of year 6 is probably the most, and that would be 2027, which the TV contract is 29. When everybody 29 is an important year. If you're listening to this and haven't heard me talk about this before, but that's when the Big Ten TV deal starts to get renewed, and you're going to see and that's really why you're seeing all these firings in college football right now, because there's this desperation to be relevant in case we go to a super league. So I think for Miami, like 27, I think is the earliest you would see Mario get clipped.
Yeah, no, and again, because also the money that they would have to eat, and they can eat maybe a couple of years, but they're not going to eat 4 or 5 years, dude. They're just not going to. They're just not going to do that. And so right now, it's just, man, what a shame, because this is you. And it's funny because I was on a national show a couple of days ago, and one of the questions was about the University of Miami, and I told them that Mario's at the end here for this season. If he loses one more, it's a failed season.
Yeah,
this is a failed season, correct?
Absolutely. There's like, you're supposed to be a playoff. You have Maui Noah, you have Ruben Bain. And those are first round type talents. And you're, on the offensive and defensive line, the 2 most important positions. You have Beck, who has won a whole lot of college football games. You spent a lot of money on him. A lot of teams would have loved to have taken Beck. You got one of the best freshmen in the country and Malachi Tony. You got running. Like, there's no excuse for this. This is all on coaching. This is all on execution and mentality and playing scared. So to me, it's a completely 1,000% failed season. You did not, mission unaccomplished. You're not making the playoffs.
Dude, Malachi Tony bust his ass on that punt return to get you down to the 9, and you still settle for 3. It's just like, man, it's one thing after another, after another. It was one gut punch after another, all throughout the game, dude. all through a big play, penalty, comeback. I mean, it just how about that? We called the timeout, but we roughed the quarterback. You ever seen that, dude?
Just terrible. Like just a terrible decision. I think to call the penalty. I mean, to call the flag, and to call the timeout and to call the timeout. Yeah, like at that point, the play's about to start. Hindsight's 2020. I'm sure Mario's not thinking his defensive end's going to crash into the quarterback anyway. But at that point, you're calling that close to the snap. Just don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah. It just, man, dude, it's wow. All right. So what are you telling Canes fans at the Athletic?
I'm telling them it's time for Mario Cristobal. Yeah, it's basketball season, and it's time for Mario to look in the mirror and decide where he's going with this, because his style of football, right, which we know what his style is, conservative, pound the rock, play tight,
outdated football.
Outdated for today's era, right? And you have to have the right kind of offensive coordinator who is going to be aggressive. Granted, Cam Ward, I think he erased a lot of those flaws last year, and it was great that he went and got Cam Ward. But it's hard to find a Cam Ward every single year. Right. And I just think his style, his mentality, the way he leads, that's got to change in some capacity. It can't be the same. Can't.
It's interesting. In town, we have two examples like that right now.
Mm-hmm.
One is Mario's style is outdated, and two is the Miami Heat's way of doing NBA business is outdated. Right. And it's funny because their coach is not. Their coach is actually the most forward-thinking guy on the planet in basketball, but the front office is still doing things, thinking that they can go fishing for something, just for cap space and not collect first-round picks like everybody else does and all that. So it's just weird how you really have to change with the times, and it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if it's dump radio and go to platforms.
Right.
You got to change with the times, dude, or if not,
And what I mean change, it's his game plan with this team is the same thing every single week.
Yeah, I get it.
You have to do something different every single week. You have to. You can't just say we're going to run the football and that's going to be good enough. And that's what I mean. You're playing against the 135th ranked pass defense in college football.
You have to be much more dynamic.
Gotta be aggressive. Gotta be aggressive.
I get you. I'm with you. Yeah.
So, yeah, that's it.
Well,
nothing else to say, brother.
Make sure you subscribe to The Athletic, so he'll tell you where this football program is going and where Jai Lucas is going now with the basketball program, of course, at the and all the college football coverage, soccer coverage, NFL. They got it all there at The Athletic. So you're not only getting Manny, you're getting more with Manny. That's the beauty. So you get Manny and you get more with Manny when you subscribe. And follow him on Twitter at Manny_Navarro. My brother, we will catch up next week, my friend. Thank you for taking some time.
Sounds good, man. Talk soon.
You got it. And visit our friends at Caneswear, right across from us. 2265? 2655 South University Drive in Davie. All right. Go see Brett, all the great people out there. They know how to get it done. Good people out there. And remember, use our code BIG010. You will get 10% off whether you go in person or online. When you go to Caneswear, you use BIG010, you will get 10% off there at Caneswear. Anything in there, enjoy it. And online, if you order over $99, you will get free shipping too, for those of you that live a little too far away. Caneswear.com.
Welcome to Caneswear. New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at Caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
All right. Hang in there, Canes fans. It's kind of mounting frustrations, right? Because of the Dolphins and the Canes coming up. That's why we encourage you to come on out to the Fort Lauderdale United. Come on out here to Beyond Bankcard Field, baby. see a winner, got to the finals last year. You know what I mean? We're right here at the top of the Game Bridge standings. Come on, man. So come on out here, enjoy. We're going to have toy drive today. We're going to have a costume contest, too. It is Halloween, just after Halloween. So we're going to have the costume contest out here. Got all kinds of stuff coming and happening out here at Beyond Bankcard Field. So come on out, 7:30 here in Fort Lauderdale, and right off of 595. And they'll be taking on Brooklyn. They beat Brooklyn earlier this season 2-1. So come on out and join us out here, and you'll have a good time. Go to ftlutd.com. You can also buy some gear, by the way, out here or online at Fort Lauderdale United FC Shop.com too, on top of all of that. All right, let me see. What else do we have here on the chat board? I will never pick a Mario team to win the ACC until it happens. He loses to inferior teams going back to his Oregon days. Rodney, you're 1,000% right. Donald Whitfield, Mario the recruiter cannot overcome Mario the coach. You are 1,000% right, sir. Dolphin Dave, Big O, you're always talking about run the football. You have to have a quarterback that can do the job. Yes, but you also need a coaching staff that can do the job. You're throwing the ball 1,000 times with a guy that isn't that good and an offense that isn't that good overall. But it's not coached well, too. It's got to be coached better. It's got to be much more dynamic. Let's see. What else do we have? Walter Olivares, Canes and Finns need a new stadium since the move from the OB has been horrible. No, they don't, bro. They just need real leadership. The Marlins won 2 titles there. So stop reaching already, bro. When you're pathetic, see, this is the problem with some of you people out there. You have a problem looking in the mirror and actually just blaming lay the blame where it is. Stop blaming certain individuals. Just blame the people that are in charge. Like with the Dolphins, it's the same owner with all the different GMs, the different head coaches, and the different players, and the results are the same. It's always controversy. It's always dysfunction. Remember when Chris Greer took over, he says dysfunction ends. How does it end when your owner is behind your back going to go meet Brady and Peyton and losing a first and third? That's dysfunction. You know what I'm saying? So Mario deserves the blame here. He has everything that no coach has ever had. And that's why the Dolphins are a pathetic franchise. Players don't exceed their max there because they have been a pathetic franchise for decades. The Canes have been a cheap outfit for years and never committed to winning. Finally, they are now committed to winning. They are providing their coach anything and everything they need. Sadly, Mario Cristobal is not getting it done. That's all. That's it. Has nothing to do with the stadium and an Indian burial ground and all that stuff because the Marlins have won 2 titles there. And they won those 2 titles because Dave Dombrowski is the best GM of my entire existence of 59 years on earth. And he came and built a Marlins championship and then left another one in the fire sale. That guy's special. That's just competence. Competence that Mario is not, and competence that Stephen Ross is not. That's the problem with you all out there. You're not willing to look in the mirror and say, yo, man, my favorite team doesn't know what the hell they're doing, and they're idiots. And so you then get on the hamster wheel. Oh, we fired the coach and the GM. We're going to, yeah, sunshine and unicorns and rainbows are right around the corner. Okay, we're going to trade this player and that player. We're going to get more picks, of course, because that always just solves the problem for us all the time. Because the people at the top know what they're doing with all those picks and money and whoever, or the players that they have. They don't even know how to maximize their own players that they do have. Stop lying to yourselves. Okay? And that's the problem, that fans, short is fanatical, and you lie to yourself. Stop lying to yourself. Be honest about it. Okay? Dolphins are garbage. Always have been. And probably always will be under Stephen Ross. I mean, you're after everything that's gone on, Bullygate and everything with Donna Ponte and Jeff Ireland and Joe Philbin and Adam Gase and Flo and all the tanking stuff and going after Brady and going after Payton and going after Harbaugh and now Mike McDaniel and the ums and ahs and the all rights and let's celebrate Tebow and the Gators in the stadium and does it end? So you think it just ends now because we got extra picks and you're going to get a new GM and a new coach. It really is amazing. It's truly amazing how you can just look in the mirror and just lie to yourselves. Colin Scott, thank you for telling the truth. Coaching is the problem. Mentality is the problem. They put hype over substance. Chris Gauntz, penalties, and coaching staff was terrible. We got beat. Can't believe got outcoached again. Pancumbiste, waste my money on Canes where please, rather than get a sub at La Spada. There you go. That's right. That's what you got to do. You got to go to Caneswear and La Spada. That's what I do. Don't you do the both? Caneswear and La Spada. There we go. So, you know what we could do with Pancumbiste? We can block him. Yeah, block his ass. He's not one of us. He doesn't deserve Pancumbiste. Yeah, he's not one of us. He doesn't deserve to be on our chat board here. He doesn't deserve. He thinks we need him or something. You know what I mean? I love when assholes think we need him. No, they get crushed here. See, that's why you're a coward that hides behind a sandwich. Anyway, Eddie Lepp, the blame goes to myself. I keep going into the football cesspool year after year, expecting it to change, and it never does. I know, right? It kind of hurts. Big O, are the United still unbeaten? No, we finally suffered one defeat. Yes. So tonight, it's getting back onto the winning track, baby. Because like a point out of first place or 2 points or whatever. So got to get back into the mix. I mean, they're in the playoffs anyways, at the moment. It's still early. But yeah, got to keep it going. Devin Jordan, thank you for the love and the super chat. Between the Dolphins and the Canes, I might have to start taking my blood pressure pills again. Frankie Fresco, what happened to winning the trenches Mario rules? What can I tell you? How about just winning? Dude, I don't care what you win, trenches or in the air or whatever. Win when you're supposed to win. And Miami LB says weekends are back to open. Thank you, Canes and Fins. Big O, always great show. Speak facts. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate it. I just don't, I'm not going to sit around and BS you guys about what's going on with our teams. I'm just going to call it like I see it. Screw the rest. It's just not right. Mario has everything and anything he can possibly want as a head coach, and this is what he does. There's really no improvement, right? I mean, what, you improved the talent, but have you improved the coaching? Yeah, defense is damn good, but if you don't live up with it on offense and special teams and coaching, then, what does it mean? Doesn't mean anything whatsoever. So, it just, it's crazy, man. It's sad that we're in this position that we don't know what the Dolphins or the Canes are going with the Dolphins. We have no idea. Right. And let me before we move on here, let me talk Dolphins really quick here because things have changed. Okay. I thought normal teams get rid of their personnel people at the end of the year, but this is Stephen Ross, who's a freaking moron. So he fired Chris Greer now, which it's fine. I get it. Chris Greer was going to get fired either way. But you're supposed to fire the coach, keep the personnel department together until the end of the year. You hire your GM, and then your GM goes through your personnel department, and you gut everybody. Obviously, Chris would be fired at the end, right? Before the draft. So you hold on, and you just kind of, put it off where everybody knows he's gone, but it's just a certain amount of time until, the process. So now you've changed everything. So now the Champ Kelly guy is in place now. And they didn't put Marvin Allen. Marvin Allen came in with McKenzie along with Chris Greer. So maybe they wanted to get somebody completely off that thinking. So I have no idea what they're thinking now. They could trade anybody and everybody. Okay? So that is one thing that now the other way, you get rid of McDaniel, you put in Weaver, and you're still trying to win, so you're keeping everything except maybe Chubb, like I told you. Chubb is the one guy that I've always told you guys for months and months and months. He's the guy that I would, him and Tyreek, I would have targeted at this point coming up in the trade. But I want you to now think that with Champ Kelly in there, this changes. Anything can go now. And remember, we're talking about Stephen Ross. So we have no idea what's going to happen. And you have no idea if you're going to get any better, too. Okay, now you could go ahead and lie to yourselves if you want. Oh, we're going to get a new coach, a new GM. Oh, let's get new picks. And yeah, that'll turn it around for us. It doesn't mean nothing. If you don't hire the right GM and the right coach and you don't have the right owner, I don't know. So it starts with the owner. He's the one that hired Philbin and Gase and Flo and Mike Daniel. And, and so he's already shown you that he can't find the guy. And that's who's going to hire the next guy. You know what I'm saying? So just kind of tread water, folks. Okay. This one, this is good. Anything can fly now. Anything can happen because we have no idea what they're doing now. And they have no idea what they're doing. They never know what they're doing. Let's get to our 3A Graphics sports calendar. Why don't we? Of course, call Alan Blanco, 786-618-1443 for custom printing and embroidery. The Miami Hurricanes favored by 10.5, lose in overtime to SMU, 26-20. The number 10 team in the country is going to drop in the polls. And now they're pretty much out of the playoffs and the ACC championship game. Sunday at 9:30, the Miami Heat will visit the Lakers. Tonight at 6 o'clock, the Panthers are hosting the Stars. Panthers minus 135 on the money line. The Stars are plus 115. Also, besides Fort Lauderdale United hosting Brooklyn right here at Beyond Bankcard Field, it is Inter Miami visiting Nashville in Game 2 of the first round of the playoffs. That'll be at 7:30. And, of course, Dolphins, they end up firing Chris Greer. They put Champ Kelly in as interim GM. So that is the news. And that is your 3A Graphics sports calendar. All right. And we are here at Beyond Bankcard Field at 7:30. The game gets underway. You can watch it on Peacock, by the way. You can watch it on local channel 10, too. So you've got different ways that you can follow the Fort Lauderdale United. You can use that QR code that you watch right there so you can get yourself some tickets. You can buy tickets online at ftlutd.com. You can call them at 954-241-0618. And, of course, if you're not here where you can buy some gear, you can also go to Fort Lauderdale United FC Shop.com. We are going to be joined by Nia soon. Yep. All right. In a few minutes. So we'll have some fun with at 6. Oh, okay. Got pushed back. Oh, all right. Curveball. Okay. All right. I like that. All right. So we'll be joined by Nia Christopher, and we'll have some fun. We'll talk with her. I can't wait to talk to her because she's actually from Bermuda. And I find that to be fascinating. Somebody that was born and raised in Bermuda. So it's pretty cool. She plays for a national team also, but just really cool story. You know anybody famous that lives in Bermuda? The Triangle. Yeah, the Triangle is kind of famous. You know, Michael Douglas was born and raised in Bermuda. That's right. What you thought it was just in the streets of San Francisco? A Quinn Martin production? No, no, no. No. So yeah, Michael Douglas, and he still lives there with Catherine Zeta-Jones, of course. So it's like a very interesting island, because it's not like your casual Caribbean island that may not have everything. Bermuda's kind of the island like the Caymans that has everything. So it's kind of an interesting place. So I want to talk to Nia about that because I find that really, really intriguing. Plus, island life. I wonder if for people that move from bigger places, from continents, and then they go to islands, and some people can't handle it. Just living on an island. You know what I mean? So that's it's kind of interesting. So I'm looking forward to that conversation, of course, with them. What do we have on the chat board? The anger is real. George Matella says both my Canes and Dolphins lost. If both my fantasy teams lose this weekend, I'm giving up on American football and refocusing on world football. That's right. George, come on down here. A little football. Okay. We've got the ladies season going on, and then we got the men's season going on after that. So come on out here, man. Support your local Fort Lauderdale team, So come on out here. Switch over. Plus, they went to the finals. Something that the Canes and the Dolphins can't do. Get to the finals. You know what I'm saying? So come on down. Get in a better mood. The Fort Lauderdale United will get you in a better mood. That's kind of what it's all about. George says no respectable GM is going to take this job while being force-fed McDaniel. I mean, McDaniel will be gone at the end of the year. The thoughts of keeping him next year, that's not going to happen. I don't believe that. Don't fall for the folks. I've been in the media for 36 years. The one thing that I've just never been about is clickbait. Some things I'll tell you will shock you, but it's just because you didn't want to hear the truth. You know what I mean? It's not because I'm trying to shock you. No, I'm not trying to shock you. I'm just trying to be honest. McDaniel's gone at the end of the year. Everybody, he feels it. He senses it. That's why he let go of Chris Greer now. Let me explain what happened here. Okay? Let me explain what I think the old geezer's thinking is. Okay? This is the old geezer's thinking. Okay, I need to give the public blood. They need it. They are screaming from the stands in the Coliseum, and they want blood, right? And they want me to go like this. So I have to do something. So if I fire McDaniel, it's such a chaotic situation, it may become even more chaotic, figuring out who's going to be head coach, this, that, whatever. So it is what it is right now. Let me just leave it status quo. They played well 2 weeks ago. Who knows? Maybe they'll come up with decent games. It'll just get me through the season. But they need something. They gave you Chris Greer. And I told you 3 weeks ago that if they did not win 8 or 9 games, they're both gone. So they were both going to get fired. So don't believe any of these things. Oh, no, they'll keep McDaniel around one more year. They will not. They will everybody will be new next year. They will bring a new GM. They will bring a new coach. They will figure out a way to part ways with Tua. Or if not, they will then hang on to him for 1 year, draft a young guy, do the whole thing where Tua starts the first couple games. They're out of him mathematically. Boom, young guy goes in. You've seen the story. You've been on the hamster wheel. Welcome aboard. Okay? It's just going to happen that way. So you're already frustrated. You're already pissed off. Don't let lying media, lazy media that is always just looking for clickbait. It's disgusting. And that's what they do to you people all the time. And then I have to start telling you, no, we're not trading for Jonathan Taylor. And no, James Cook is not coming here. Was it James? It was whatever. It was a Cook, right? Dalvin Cook. Okay. Dalvin Cook. Or that Tyreek was going to get traded in the offseason. I said, no, it's not. Or that they were looking for another quarterback. No, they're not. I kind of spend my time putting out fires and trying to tell you guys what's real, what's Memorex. And I'm telling you, because I've heard this a lot about, McD, they're not going to keep McD for another year. That would be catastrophic. The entire league makes fun of the guy. I get it. Stephen Ross is a stupid human being when it comes to football. I totally understand that. But he gets that part now. He gets it. He gave you blood. He threw Chris to the wolves. Okay? Because he figures anybody can run the personnel department through the end of the season for the moment. Make a trade or two. I'll decide whatever, play fantasy football. But at least leave the same. Let the craptinuity that's going on in coaching, just leave it there for now. I don't want to have to fire everybody and then everything's, So that's all he did. That's all he did. He loves Chris and he loves Mike. He doesn't want to fire either one of those guys, but he had to because it was time. It was obvious. Should have done it after the third loss of the season and made the switch to Weaver, but they weren't going to keep him. So they got rid of him. It is what it is. So you guys got your blood. You will get the rest at the end of the year. Okay? And there's no way they keep the guy around. Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show. Cash App or Venmo, and you can make a Bitcoin or Ethereum donation. George G., thanks for taking us off the ledge with the Finzo. McDaniel has to go. This has been the most frustrating franchise to follow for decades. I know. Dude, Sean and I feel your pain. We get it, dude. We get it. It sucks. Like, we're not the dudes that, they lost. Great. Let's go stir it up and rip it. Yeah, I'm going to rip them, but he knows it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of ripping the team. I'm tired about talking about how much they suck. I'm tired of talking how inept they are, how their players underachieve constantly there. It's exhausting. It really is exhausting. It's no fun. That's why I look forward to this tonight. That's why I look forward to watching the Panthers. You know what I'm saying? Even with the Heat, okay, I know the talent isn't good, but I know the coach is freaking competent and is going to get the best out of them. You know what I'm saying? You understand that part? Like, I know you're a playing team and, whatever. It is what it is. I can live with that part. Okay, it is. You've given me so much winning and championships. I'm good, bro. You're going to have your valleys. And the Heat as an organization are in a valley. They've had plenty of peaks for us. They've been mountainous, the peaks. Okay? It is what it is. But you got to give me something, bro. And it does get tiring. It does get tiring. I got to say. Steve, Hateful Steve in the house. Thank you for the love on Venmo, sir. He says, been to Bermuda several times. Oh, beautiful place, great fishing, but incredibly expensive. A jar of pasta sauce is like $14. Yeah. I'm sure I've never been to Bermuda, but I've kind of studied up enough about it. You know what I mean? My wife, my lovely wife, and our lighting director, by the way, for the program today. She sees me all the time, like studying different countries and all that kind of stuff. She always looking at me side-eyed, like, why are you looking at this country? What do you want to know about this country? And so I know about Bermuda, and I would imagine, dude, that the Cayman Islands is the same way. Because the Cayman Islands actually own, they are the largest owners of U.S. debt in the world, in the Cayman Islands. The hedge funds that are there, because there's a lot of money on the Cayman Islands. And so I would imagine it's the same way, that it's one of those islands that, it's a great island that you could go and you have everything, but you're going to pay. So I would imagine I will go to Bermuda once. I gotta visit that. That's bucket list, to go visit, spend a week, it's pretty cool. So yeah, thank you, Hateful Steve. I appreciate you as always, my brother. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show. Cash App or Venmo, and you can make that Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Chainlink donation. As always, man of 1,005 holds. Mario's ego is too high. He still tries to be old school and wants his philosophy to prevail rather than changing his ideas and identity. He can look in so many mirrors and they all break. Yeah. Well said, man of 1,005 holds. Well said. You must adjust. Games change, styles change, leagues change. And look, I hate baseball nowadays. I do. I hate it. It's a strikeout or a home run. It bores the hell out of me at times. There's no more laying bunts. There's no more manufacturing runs. We don't have a whole bunch of, base stealers creating chaos. Everybody plays Earl Weaver baseball. See, I'm old enough too that back in the day we had this kind of play back in the day. His name was Earl Weaver for the Orioles. Fiery some bitch. he would give it to the umps, dude. He was fun to watch, but he was one of those guys. He loved to play for the home run. He's perfect for this era, actually. Earl Weaver was built for today's baseball, but this is today's baseball, today's basketball. I'm not a big fan of the 3 and sorry D. The game, the big man to the basket, the inside outside game. That thing's dead. Absolutely dead. You can't get centers to be post players anymore. That doesn't even exist anymore, dude. It's crazy, but that's the game. It changes, and you cannot be a post up team in a what's my line for the Heat? They're a 2-point team in a 3-point world. For many years. Now they've gotten to the point, but for many years, my line with the Heat is, you added another 2-point player in a 3-point world. Like, no, you can't do that. And I don't like the game, but I'm sorry, you have to adjust to it. Because the everything comes down to math. As my wife smiles. It all comes down to math. And the math now is that if you're that efficient shooting threes, you're not going to catch up hitting twos. You're just not, dude. Just not. It's the way it goes. So it's just insane. And Mario has to change. The Heat franchise has to change how they do business. They've got to adjust. And they don't. And that's the pathetic part about it. Lane Kiffin, next Dolphins coach. Yes, sir. Let's go. The Lane train. Think Blue Dodgers checking in from LA. Thank you, sir. Hang in there. Big double play to end that game last night. I like it. Did you hear that stat yesterday from the World Series? Did you watch it at all? I believe there's been 46, 47, 45 games of playoffs. I don't know exactly. They said something like that. There had not been one ninth inning comeback. Is that insane? And last night it didn't happen either. No ninth inning comebacks. Not if you're tied, you're not coming back. Come back. Yeah, you were trailing. Once you're trailing, that's what I didn't know that stat at all until he said it last night. I was like, wow. And that's kind of sad. It's kind of sad. You'd like to see comebacks. It'd be kind of cool to have some of those exciting moments added to the game, and they just did not exist. That trips you out right there. What else do we have? Roderick says, is it too much to ask for an ACC championship game and appearance? College football playoffs. Mario has no excuses whatsoever, period. You are correct, Roderick. You are correct, sir. Josh says they are who we thought they were. And I was hoping that they would be a little better, my friend. Let's see. Oh, really? JC says Bermuda shorts are named after Bermuda and first worn there. Bermuda grass? I have no idea. I'm not a turf expert. Isabel, do we have a turf expert here locally right now? Yeah, everybody's AIing right now to find out if Bermuda grass comes from Bermuda also. That's funny. That is funny. Let's see. Why are we taking a knee with 25 seconds left and a timeout when a field goal? I mean, when you're conservative and that's who you are, it's kind of what his DNA is. Dude, how about that punt coverage in the first half? That was crazy. That they couldn't get that thing before it went into the end zone. So that is insane. Yeah, I know. Ohtani is pitching. He is, wow, special, man. Special. I've been around a while, and it's hard to see who the next GOAT is. Like, I'm dying to find out who's going to be better than Michael. You know, I don't know if I'll ever see it in my lifetime, but I didn't think I'd see somebody better than Willie Mays, Ken Griffey, Barry Bonds, a slew of players that I can come up with, and Ohtani's better than all of them. I never thought I'd see that. And, you know, I'm not the guy that ever would give LeBron the nod over Michael Jordan. It's not even close. It's not even close. So it's just crazy. What Bermuda grass is from Bermuda? Oh, it's not. Okay. Tropical Africa or Southern Asia. Okay. All right. All right. Sounds good. Well, he was a bust. Jair Alexander, and we all talked about him and everything. Even Dolphin fans wanted Jair, and so he was inactive. He wasn't playing for them. What did they must have gotten like a late third day pick. I'm going to say a 6th rounder that could be a 7th rounder or some crap like that. Yeah, that's what I could see. A pick swap. I can see that because it was a complete waste of a pick. Jair did not work out at all for them. Yeah, that was a rough one for him. John Hernandez, thank you for the love in the super chat, sir. What was their spat between Mario and Dawson? Oh, I'm sorry, dude. I did not catch that. I don't know what the spat was between the two. Okay. Yeah. You got to stay in the A gap. Yeah, he got mad at him because he ran outside. That's what Sean is saying. Anyway, all right. Let's you know what? Let's do one of our staples on the show since we always add it every single day. Let's do a little music and a little music history. You didn't think I was going to do that, huh? Oh, Kyle Busch retired? What is he, 32? He's 34? Okay. He's young. My point is, isn't he still young? Wow, that's weird. They went after him. He's a man. He's 40. All right. Let's go with some birthdays today in the music industry. Latavia Robertson from Destiny's Child, born in 1981 on this date. Darren Pennington from 808 State. I actually love that song, Moses, from 808 State. Rick Allen, drummer from Def Leppard, born on this date in 1963. Anthony Kiedis, lead singer, of course, from the Red Hot Chili Peppers, born in 62. Mags Forholman. I hope I didn't butcher it too bad, but the German is from Aha. Take on him. Back in 62, he was born. Lyle Lovett, he of that weird-ass hair of his, born in 1957, country singer. Ronald Bell from Kool and the Gang, born in 1951 on this date. David Foster, Canadian producer, composer, arranger, born in 49. And that goes for musicians. Now let's go with other famous people. Remember, if we don't give you the age, that means they are no longer with us. Hockey Hall of Fame member Al Arbor, born in 1932. Golf Hall of Fame member Gary Player, born in 35. He is 90 today. Bless him. Wow. Musician Bill Anderson, born in 37. He is 88. Publisher Larry Flint, born in 42. Tim Cook, Apple, born in 60. He is 65. Let's see. Big Kenny Alphin from Big and Rich, born in 63. He's 62. Sophie B. Hawkins, born in 64. She's 61. Jenny McCarthy, born in 72. She's 53. There's a wrestler. You don't have it? Okay, so L.A. Knight, born in 82. He is 43 today. I only know that as shoes. I didn't even know that was a wrestler, actually. Let's see who else celebrating birthdays today. And that is it. All right, Sean, so no wrestlers today? All right, what do we got for wrestlers, Sean, born on this date? Of course I'm going to make you do it. That's your responsibility. When we give out birthdays, I do entertainment and musicians and music history. You do wrestlers. Because I don't know squat from wrestling.
Well, you said L.A. Knight. You did it perfectly.
Well, that was just on the list. I cheated.
All right, here we go. Wow. There's a lot of birthdays on November 1st. Ashley Vox turns 36. Black Rose is 44. The great Bobby Heenan was born on this date in 1944. Katsuya Murashima is 25. The before aforementioned L.A. Knight is 43. And Tyler Rex is 47. All on November 1st, 2025.
All right. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Let's go with music history. What happened today on November 1st in music history? We start off in 68. George Harrison released his first solo album, Wonderwall Music, on the Apple label. The songs, which were mostly Harrison's instrumentals, featured Eric Clapton, Ringo Starr, and an uncredited banjo contribution by Peter Tork of the Monkees. In 71, Olivia Newton-John releases her first studio album, If Not For You. In 75, Elton John started a 3-week run at number 1 on the U.S. singles charts with Island Girl, his 5th U.S. number 1 and number 14 in the UK. In 80, Bruce Springsteen released his first number 1 U.S. album with The River, featuring the U.S. number 5, UK number 44 single, Everybody's Got a Hungry Heart. In 83, the Pointer Sisters released their 10th studio album, Breakout, and it features the singles I Need You and It's Automatic, and Jump for My Love and Neutron Dance, Baby Come and Get It. So pretty big album for them. In 88, Slick Rick released his debut album, The Great Adventures of Slick Rick, featuring influential rap hit Children's Story. In 94, Nirvana MTV Unplugged in New York album was released. Taken from performances a year earlier, it was finally released. The album topped the charts in many countries, including the US, UK, and Australia. In 96, U2 set up a video link to the internet site from their recording studio in Dublin so fans could watch them record their new album. And let's see, 2013, MIA released her fourth studio album, Matangi. It features the singles Bad Girls, Bring the Noise, Come Walk With Me, Yala, Double Bubble Trouble, and Sexodus. And in 2022, Migos rapper Takeoff, 28, was shot and killed outside a bowling alley in Houston, Texas. And let me see if there's any birthdays that weren't on the other list. Writer-producer Jim Steinman was born on this date in 47. He worked on Bat Out of Hell for Meatloaf and Bat Out of Hell 2. He also produced albums for Bonnie Tyler, including Total Eclipse of the Heart and Air Supply's Making Love Out of Nothing at All. So he's pretty good, actually. Kind of had some success there, I would say, just a time. Did I say Robert Hart of Manfred Man? Born in 60, he is 67 today. I don't know if I said it, but if I didn't, I say it again. Let's see. And that is it. That's what we got in music history. How about that, folks? You were wondering, we delivered. That's what it's all about. And we appreciate all of you out there as always. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What do we have here on the chat board? The only wrestler Big O knows is Chris Jericho. Yeah, exactly. For music purposes. That is true. Well, but I know him personally. That's different. Like, I know, what's it called? Jesse the Body Ventura and Dusty Rose. And, you know, I mean, I can name some wrestlers. Not that I know anything about them, but I can name some wrestlers. Andre the Giant and all that. But, and mostly it's classic names too. You're not going to get me to know any of the new names because I just don't follow it. But it's all going to be old. Mil Máscaras. You know, so it's all going to be old, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of the way it is. But I know my wrestlers, old wrestlers. But that's about it. But yes, Jericho, I got to meet, got him on the show, met him at a concert once, all that kind of stuff. He's like a good dude. Got his phone and everything. He's a good dude, you know. But yeah, when I talk with Jericho, I talk music. I don't talk wrestling. Yeah, you are a hardcore listener, man, of 1,005 volts. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you immensely. Let's see. Jesus Molano. Oh, yes, I know the Neeb stuff was just crazy. Anthony says the Canes are front runners with that stupid chain. They beat trash this season and they're back. Come on. Yep. I want the coach from Ole Miss. Everybody wants Lane Kiffin now. If anything, he takes the Florida or LSU job because he's more of a college coach. He's not an NFL coach. And those places have the money and the juice that he needs in order to succeed. So if I'm Lane, you know, I think he goes great with Florida. LSU is a badass place. It's got a ton of money. He can do whatever he wants at LSU. So, you know, I'm not gonna say don't go to LSU. LSU could be the better job over Florida. But he rubs me like a guy that would be perfect for Florida. Because he's brash and, you know, he'll bring that kind of he tore up that coach the other day. So I thought we had the better team. Well, did he have the better team when we beat him 55-20? And then the year before that, we beat him this and we beat him there. And he like named 5 different games that he beat the same coach on different teams too. And it's like, and that to me, because like Spurrier also had a little bit of that to him. If I'm Lane, you could stay at Ole Miss and be God there forever. Because what he's accomplishing at Ole Miss, they've never seen before. They're happy. You don't really have to win a national title at Ole Miss. At Florida and LSU, you got to be in the national title mix. There's no ands, if, or buts about it. Yeah, you're right. Exactly. I mean, they're fanatical at LSU, dude. You know? But he just rubs me like he would be perfect for the Gators. Lane Kiffin. Just kind of, it seems like an absolutely perfect fit. Damian Pantene, Beck is a choke artist. Why would Malachi stay? That's a great point you make, because if you're not winning, you as a player, and you're Malachi Tony, and let me tell you something, you're Malachi Tony, you deserve to be, showcased. And you see what's going on, and you wonder, well, wait a minute, am I going to win anything big here? I got to play football for 2 more years, right? There's 2 more years of football for Malachi Tony. And you're wondering, so do I sacrifice my body for this team? And he's going to have a boatload of teams asking in the offseason, hey, you want to come on over here? You're not going to win over there. And we don't know who their quarterback is next year. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's going to be the young guy. We'll see. But it doesn't matter. Cam Ward was a Heisman Trophy candidate, and you couldn't maximize Cam Ward, dude. That's not good, man. Not good. Let's see. Big O, how did Fernando Mendoza get away from Cristobal and UM? That doesn't matter. Did you just not hear what I just said? He had Cam Ward. He was a Heisman Trophy candidate. He couldn't even get in the playoffs. Oscar, you are part of that stuff that I just talked about earlier on the show. You guys aren't looking in the mirror. Stop blaming the players. The players aren't getting maxed out at UM or at the Dolphins because of the people above them, not because of the players themselves. Okay? And you think Mendoza's the answer? Why? Is he better than Cam Ward or something? Is Mendoza going to stop you from committing 12 penalties? Is it going to stop him from JoJo Trader handing off the ball to the opponent? I must have missed that. Does Mendoza stop you from actually covering that punt the way it's supposed to be covered? I'm just wondering. You guys, man. Woo, doggy. You love being on that hamster wheel and lying to yourselves. Like, oh, yeah, we're going to get this player, and that's going to change everything. No, it's not. If the people above don't know what they're doing, it's not going to change anything. But I mean, hey, listen, it'll make you feel better. That's fine. But then in the end, the reality will hit, and then you'll be pissed. Big O, is there an ex-player that can be a GM like John Lynch is a thought? Don't know. Yeah, I know. The Dan Marino stuff is so stupid. Jesus, some of you out there, man. Wow. Dan Marino ran from that job faster than Usain Bolt. That's the fastest. Yeah, that is the fastest that Dan Marino had ever run in his life. Not even in the football field had Dan Marino ever run that far. He got to the Senior Bowl and realized, oh, crap, I'm never going to have a life again. And he ran and left that place within a couple of hours. Dan Marino wants nothing to do with being a general manager. And as I've said, because, some guy on Twitter, some smart ass, and you know what I do with smart asses. So he goes, I'm getting tired of Dan. He's just hanging around there. And, what's he doing for the franchise? And I'm go, bro, he sacrificed 17 years. And all they did was fail him for 17 years. He did more than enough. The guy has earned the right to coast the rest of his life and relax. He doesn't owe you or any Dolphin fan anything whatsoever. He did his part, and everybody failed around him to really maximize him. So now you're going to demand him to be a front office guy when he doesn't want to be one? Or you're going to criticize him for anything? Shut the hell up. Seriously. Some of you out there, you're pathetic. You're pathetic. Going after Marino or demanding that he be a GM or something. You know, some fans, instead of fanatical, you should be called just stupid. Because it's just stupid. Some of the things you guys come up with. It's insulting. And insulting to Marino, who sacrificed everything for that franchise. Yes, sir. What you got?
I was just going to ask you, because I know Elway, he won the Super Bowl with the Broncos. But
he wanted it.
Huh?
He wanted it.
No, I know that. But then he became the GM, and then he won it also with Peyton. Did it end as well? I can't remember.
Oh, it ended terrible.
It ended terrible, right? Like
he never could find a quarterback,
right? And then
John Elway couldn't find a quarterback. Now John Elway built some defenses.
Yeah, but think about it. He won a Super Bowl as a player, Super Bowl as a GM, and he still what is if I'm Marino, you're looking at, you're going, what am I? Why do you want to do that?
Well, yeah, it's thankless.
Yeah.
It's thankless.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Because you're not doing that here.
No, they got rid of John Elway. Like, no, you can't find. Yeah, he couldn't find a quarterback. He couldn't find a quarterback. John Elway couldn't find a quarterback. That's how funky that was. And so Marino doesn't need the grief that you guys will trash him and all that. He had to deal with enough crap already as it is being a Dolphin quarterback. So I feel for the guy. And just sometimes fans get ridiculous thinking that, it's automatic. And by the way, who the hell tells you who'll even be a good GM? He might suck at that. Oh, just because he's a great player, he's going to be a great GM? No, there's a great chance, not a good one. There's an absolutely stupendous chance that he will be a failure, an enormous failure. Like most great, look at Michael Jordan, the greatest basketball player of all time, the worst GM of all time. The worst GM of all time is the best basketball player of all time. The worst. So, just the Marino stuff. Some of you out there, you're embarrassing. Seriously. Let's see. What else do we have? Ross better hire the right GM this time, or it's going to be another long 5 or 10 years. Count on the longer 5 or 10 years. Yeah. So you're gonna count on him to hire somebody that's good? Come on, man. Yeah, he's such a great owner in the last 15 years. God, he's so phenomenal. Yeah, well, the orange carpet was the highlight. Seriously. My love, excuse me for this comment. But the orange carpet was the highlight because has any season ever looked better than J-Lo? Just saying. Every season is but ugly. The orange carpet at least had J-Lo, had Serena on it. Do you remember any of the other names? Any more of the beautiful people on the orange carpet? Mark Anthony, because he was with J-Lo at that time, right? I think. Weren't they together at that time? I think they were. I think, yes. So there you go. More of the beautiful people. Who else on that orange carpet? That was, little did you know, Naomi, supermodel, Naomi Campbell. What Dolphin season has looked better than Naomi Campbell? My love, did you make it on the orange carpet? See, that would have been another lovely on the orange carpet. Much better than any Dolphin season we've ever had. Larry King. Well, see, all of our seasons have looked like Larry King. Yeah. That's Larry King is actually very apropos. That's what we should have had on the old carpet. So where'd you find a list of orange carpet people? Did you AI that bitch too?
been more people. Like those were the ones that were the co-owners.
Because I know he used to bring people on. Because we used to do the radio show right by the orange carpet. So then we would like talk about the, you know, whoever was coming through in the orange carpet and all that. And, you know, who? Ori Ambi? Bien conocido en su casa. I have no idea who that is. Joe Perry. Wow. Okay, there we go. Joe Perry's not bad. Not pretty, but not bad. Okay. Let's see. Fergie. Okay. Talented. Not pretty, but talented. Oh, you wow. Okay. All right. Not bad. Robin Givens. Wow. Wow. Okay. Was she dragging Tyson's bank account along the way? Okay. Well, of course, Robin Givens should be happy. She ripped off Mike Tyson of millions, dude. Made him look like a psycho and everything. He was kind of one anyways, but, you know. Frankie Fresco, thank you for the love on the super chat. He asks, how many more games will the Canes lose? I've got him. Maybe the Pittsburgh game is the only other game they'll lose. I mean, the next 3 games are really bad teams. For Christ's sake, Syracuse lost to North Carolina. That's bad. When you lose to North Carolina, I think you should be fired. If you lose to Belichick and Jordan Hudson, you should be fired. Yeah, it's like losing to Stanky Fingers, and he got fired. You know? Let's see. Canes always find a way to lose, to run-the-mill cupcake ACC team every year. Well, I mean, SMU is a little better than just Red Lashley's a good coach, dude. I mean, if you're going to say something, be a little bit more factual about it at least. SMU is not just a run-of-the-mill. Vatek is a run-of-the-mill. Syracuse, UNC, they're a run-of-the-mill this year, but not SMU, dude.
You saw what they did, too. They did, quick strike offense. They started tiring out some of those guys. They slowed down the pass rush for a little bit, and Heatherman at least makes adjustments because you did see the defensive line make some changes there. But Rhett Lashley outcoached and outprepared his team, knowing what they had,
right,
and make it happen.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Man. That is just crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. Oh, let me give you. I mean, not that it's enormous news or anything like that, and it's something needed, but I can give you the ACC scores overall. Again, with the Canes losing, kind of takes away from it. And I did tell you that UNC somehow or another won, which is absolutely crazy. Last night they ended up beating Syracuse. You know what? Do me a favor. I'm going to take a 2-minute break here, and I'll be back. Give me 2 minutes, and I'll be back. Let me drink something, rest the voice a second. I'll give you the scoreboard, and we'll get back and talk a little Dolphins, a little Canes here on the final stretch.
It starts every morning before the sun comes up. Projects are laid out. Plans are made. Equipment is fueled and loaded with inventory to handle all service requests. Orders are given to an army of skilled landscape maintenance professionals, certified arbor trimmers, irrigation technicians, and licensed pest management experts who fan out to communities and businesses all over South Florida. Experienced, on time, and dependable. Our staff is fully trained, licensed, and insured. Contact us by phone, email, social media, or through our website to answer all your landscape questions. We are Cutter's Edge. Total Landscape Solutions.
When it comes to your smile, confidence is so important. At Moody S Dental, they provide the services to get your smile back. This family-run practice prides itself by offering the latest technology to give your family the best experience possible. Moody S Dental has been in business for over 30 years with offices in Hialeah and Plantation. They accept most major dental insurances. They provide free new patient exams, 20% off select treatments. To qualify, please follow us on Instagram at moodys.dental. Moody S Dental has been in business for over 30 years. To schedule an appointment in Hialeah, call 305-821-0231 and Plantation 954-692-6825. From Invisaligns, dental implants, same-day crowns, and the preventative care and preservation to get your smile back. Go to moodysdental.com to find out more and tell them Big O sent you.
After 40 years, the Big Cheese Miami is still producing great Italian food. They started in 1984. Since then, they've been winning awards while being voted the best inexpensive Italian restaurant in Miami. Visit them for great food, amazing service. Witness the decades of Cane's memories. The walls are like a Miami Hurricanes Hall of Fame. The Big Cheese delivers anything on its menu or party platter menu to your home, office, or even a park for a picnic. Located at 8080 Southwest 67th Avenue, Miami. Call 305-662-6855. TheBigCheeseMiami.com, where they serve large portions at family prices.
The Sultan's choice for excitement and a caravan of savings awaits at Toyota of Hollywood. Your wish for savings has been granted with discounts of up to $4,500. Take a magic carpet ride in a Toyota Corolla, not $24,000, $19,988. Step into our grand bazaar where you'll find epic savings at the #1 volume Toyota dealer, Toyota of Hollywood, on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
Oh, Sam, not again.
Initiating Daddy's back.
Go!
Set the rhythm of your smart home with Sloman Shield Blink, the new integrated smart home platform that automates your life just the way you want it. Sloman Shield Blink, be the maestro of your own home.
Welcome to Caneswear. New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
The viewpoints, statements, or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyXS.com, Media Group Inc. ownership, management, sponsors, or website.
All right, back here at Beyond Bankcard Field here in Fort Lauderdale. We are getting ready for the game tonight. Fort Lauderdale United taking on Brooklyn FC. Looking forward to that game. Sean Stanley by my side. We had Manny Navarro earlier talking about the Canes' loss, unfortunately, to SMU 26-20, a disappointing defeat. a game where the Canes were favored by 10.5 points. And just, it just kind of leads into having a disappointing football season with everything that's gone on with the Miami Dolphins and the firing of Chris Greer, which eventually the firing of Mike McDaniel, as we told you, will happen at the end of the year. That you can I guarantee you that that's what's going to end up happening. Now, what I can't guarantee you is what's going to happen before the trading deadline, because now with a Champ Kelly in place, that is going to be somebody that's thinking completely different than what was going on prior. So anything can go now. Who knows what ends up happening? JC, thank you for the love on the super chat. He says, South Florida sports goats. Number 1, Dan Marino. Number 2, Don Shula. Number 3, Dwayne Wade. What do you think? Yeah. I mean, I don't have a problem with that. Although I think Spo starts to become one of those guys that you have to put there because of what he's accomplished. And then Barkov, he's got 2 Stanley Cups, man. He's been to 3. That's more than Marino could ever claim. You know what I'm saying? So that is something that we've got to also start to. I get what the most important sports in this town are, but if we're going to put goats of all goats, dude, Barkov has to be right up there with everybody else. He 2 championships, and he's elite on both sides of the ice. That's a whole different ball game. He is doing Ohtani-like things in a sense, where he's not just playing offense, but he goes out there and he pitches, and he's the defender also by pitching. So we gotta put Barkov there, dude. We gotta put and he's been here his whole career, so he's a lifer also, which is a beautiful thing. And I'll tell you what, if he wins another one, you bet he's there, because he's going to be the only athlete in the history of South Florida sports to win 3 titles. Okay? Well, Kachuk would be the other one that would be with him, but I'm saying Brett, right? Well, yeah, no, but with Ekblad, at least along with the Barkov, they're born and bred here. They're one of ours. Like Wade was one of ours, and he won those titles and led him to other trips too. So, you know what I'm saying? Barkov goes right up there, dude. Right up there when we talk about goats. We have to start putting him there. He's too special of a player not to put him there. Okay? Tell you. I don't know. Why didn't you think about hiring a lighting assistant earlier? We've been at this for years and never had a lighting assistant. Telling you, you're slacking, bro. You're slacking. Yeah, you gotta help us out there with that. Thank you, my love. Appreciate you. I haven't eaten anything all day. Really, it's 6 o'clock. I had like a little piece of apple strudel in the morning, and that's all I've eaten all day, and it's 6 o'clock. So I'm a little hungry. My stomach is rumbling because I think I ate last night like around, I don't know, like 9 or something. So I'm pulling, I don't know how many hours right now of pretty much not eating much. And I can't eat on the air here down the stretch because that's kind of rude, me eating at the same. So I said, just give me a little bit of a Coke so it gets into my stomach and calms it down a little bit. When you fast and you've did it for a while, and I'm not fasting every day, but you can go through moments where you can just stay without eating for a while. And that's kind of what I've done, where I have not eaten for a long time. So I'm looking forward to when I get off, we'll have a little bit of a little dinner before the game starts. They have some great stuff. They have food trucks and stuff out here. They're just, this whole complex is going to continue to be built out from where it was last year, right, my love? Where it was last year to where it is now. They've added so much, and they're adding more. They've got plans to add sports bar and all kinds of stuff in the back end. Sports bar is going to be open all the time. So it's all coming. It's all coming together. It's going to be pretty cool out here. And the good thing, it's your community team. So you get to support the ladies and the men's too at the same time. Joseph says, I'm here supporting my Canes win or lose. You reside in Pac-Land, straight ghosting whenever your Gators lose. Exactly. That is true, Joseph. Frankie does get ghosted when they lose. He disappears. Howie Pilarde says, I agree. No championship, no GOAT. Sorry, just my opinion. Well, I don't blame Marino for no championship, dude. I watched it, and he didn't get the support he needed. Marino is as good as Barkov is as good as Dwayne Wade is. He's one of those special athletes. Sometimes we lose sight that sports are a team game. And you can have a great athlete lead your team, but that great athlete's going to have support from other people to do their jobs. And if they don't do their jobs, it's going to be hard to overcome. You know what I'm saying? So, it's got to be a team thing. We got Nia in the house. All right. Nia's in the house. Come on over, Nia. Let's have some fun. Nia Christopher, by the way, forward with your Fort Lauderdale United, kind enough to join us here on the program. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
You feeling good?
Yeah.
I was looking over your bio, and I was so intrigued that you were born and raised in Bermuda.
Yep.
And I've seen so many things about Bermuda and watch it because I want to go with my wife and visit it.
You should.
Right, because it is such a beautiful island. So talk to me a little bit about growing up in Bermuda, because some people say, like, if you go from some continent that you come from and then to live on an island, it's kind of hard for people to adjust. But being born there, it's kind of an easier adjustment, right? So talk to me a little bit about living on that island.
I mean, it's like you end up living where people want a vacation. So I mean, it's not much to complain about right there. It's really small, like almost like everybody knows everybody kind of vibe, but yeah.
Okay. When I was watching stuff like about Bermuda recently, I had no idea that Michael Douglas was born and raised there. Now you're young. I don't know. Do you know who Michael Douglas is?
I need some context.
Oh God, Wall Street, streets of San Francisco. What's that? Oh yeah, she's married. He's married to Catherine Zeta-Jones. So like,
I feel like I should know this.
Oh yeah, he's like one of the biggest actors of all time, and he's born and raised there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I learn something new every day.
Yeah. So it's because obviously a lot of the elite live in Bermuda. You know what I mean? It's kind of like the Cayman Islands. It's those islands that have, like, it's not your usual Caribbean island.
Yeah,
It is completely. You actually have everything.
Yeah, we do.
You know what I mean? Like a lot of Caribbean islands, they struggle. They may not have all the resources and those kind of things, but a place like Bermuda does.
No, we do. We have quite a bit.
Yeah. So what's it like playing for the national team?
I mean, it's a big honor. It's always good to represent your country and something, never take for granted.
And do you? What kind of? Well, does the country, like the whole island, shuts down when you guys are playing? Is there a buzz for athletes coming out of that island?
Oh,
Is what I mean.
Yeah, for sure. Especially for football, as we call it. It's one of our big sports. So like, everybody's playing it growing up, and it's a big thing. So, and everybody's always supporting sports.
So Nia, when you got your scholarship and you go to Townsend. Okay, so how was that? Was that the first time you had left Bermuda?
No.
Okay, so
I left when I was 15. I left for high school first.
Okay.
And I did 3 years in Maryland also.
So that's when you went to Townsend, which is close by.
Yeah, and then did my college career at Townsend, and Yeah, no, I'm here.
Okay, so how was that adjustment from living an island life and then coming to the States?
I mean, it was definitely an adjustment, but I knew it was something that like I wanted to do. So I was like, well, I'm gonna have to, you know, I guess get used to it in a way. Like if this is something if I want to keep playing and like make it to a pro level, like
Of
this
course.
is, it's like the small things you just gotta sacrifice to for
But
that goal.
you got to feel blessed because
sure.
20 years ago these opportunities did not exist for
Yeah,
women.
definitely am.
Hell, 20 years ago it wasn't even as strong for men soccer in this country. Now we're watching multiple leagues, really grow because people in our country are finally figuring it out. Plus, I think we have more immigrants that come in that come
Yeah.
from different parts of the world because outside of these borders, people don't realize that the number one sport is football. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
It's like,
literally.
it's
That's
like
so true.
it's just something that you have to educate them. Like they don't realize it because NFL football is the monster here.
Yeah. I know. I mean, I heard about like American football, but didn't realize how big it was here until I got here, and I was like, oh wow.
Yeah,
People take it serious.
the scary part about NFL is that's the most powerful league in the world. Period.
Really?
It's got more money than the Serie A. It's got more
okay.
money than the Bundesliga. Any individual league doesn't compare to the NFL. That's how crazy it is.
Oh wow.
The NFL generates more revenue than the NBA, Major League Baseball, and NHL all combined. That's how crazy it is.
Expect that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, okay, maybe for like those leagues, yeah, I would assume. But like you're saying, like Serie A, it's like that's interesting.
That's exactly
Yeah.
that. These are things like that people like don't realize how much money that league
Yeah, that puts
produces.
it into perspective. for
Yeah,
sure.
it's like, oh wait a minute, you guys have more money in Serie A. That's strong. You know what I'm saying? Have you fallen in love with any American sports at all?
I mean, when I lived in Baltimore, I didn't say fall in love. I was like, I'm a fan of the Ravens. Like, it was big there. And it's like, I watch like my host family in high school. Like every Sunday they'll watch the game. So I like sit down and watch, try to understand the rules and what a flag was and all that. But and I was always interested in basketball too. So
So, the Washington team you were watching?
no.
Nia's got standards, baby. I love it. I love it.
No,
The Wizards. No.
I knew they wasn't.
no.
I couldn't.
Who were you watching in basketball?
I mean, like I would see like I knew of like the Heat and like the Warriors.
Okay.
It seems like that, but
All right.
sorry.
No,
No offense. No offense.
I get it. An athlete is, geared to athleticism and seeing like something that's really good, and what Golden State and Miami provide are a little bit more entertaining than the Wizards.
Yeah.
So I get it. So beach water here. So have you gone to the beach here?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, so
I have.
we don't come that bad. Is it that bad compared to Bermuda?
Like if
I was just gonna talk to you about the temperature. Like, isn't it colder for you over there than it is here? At least, like you were laughing how warm it is here compared to Bermuda, probably.
No, it's about. I wouldn't know.
No,
like the water. I wouldn't.
No,
don't really.
You don't venture in the water.
No, you guys have sharks and stuff. We don't really have sharks stuff like that.
You don't have sharks in Bermuda?
Like not big sharks. We got reefs that protect it, so it's hard for them to get in.
Oh,
And
well, explain that to me. I did not know that. Explain that.
like it's surrounded by coral reefs, so it's just. I mean, they have to find the right passage to get in. Obviously, like cruise ships could get in and like bigger ships, but they know where to go. So, but like it's hard for like we get like smaller sharks every once in a while, but like nothing like no big sharks and stuff.
Wow. Okay.
But and our water, you could see through it.
It does. Nia's right, man. We are dumping like our waste in the water, so she's kind of right on that, and we're getting all that sea, that crappiness. That what's that called? Yeah, you guys don't get that over there.
Like seaweed.
Yeah, it's called sea gum, or
Oh,
it's not like seaweed, but it's called something else like that. Actually, they're actually building houses out of that stuff now.
Really?
They're making them into blocks, and so people can actually build houses and all
wow.
that. So it's pretty cool that they're using that kind of ocean waste to create blocks. So I thought
know that.
yeah, it's interesting. We teach each other.
I know.
We're teaching each
Look
other
at
different
that.
things here about. I didn't know that about Bermuda. All right, so I see your favorite TV show is Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah, it's up there.
It's up there. How
Yeah.
long have you been watching it? Because
Wow.
like we stopped watching, like, I don't know, like maybe 8 seasons in. Our daughter has watched the whole thing. You have stuck with the whole thing?
I have. I have. Yeah. I mean, after like the COVID season, it started to go downhill, but I still watch it.
Okay. All right.
But, I mean, even slightly before that, it was starting to, they just kill everybody. But like,
Right. Well, Shonda has to start writing people off,
she
and
does.
she's
But
write
like, she
them
don't have
off,
to
write
do
new
that.
ones.
She don't have to like kill everybody.
Yeah.
But like, but no, I am a Grey's fan though.
So we're Grey's Anatomy's fans, and we're also Suit fans.
Ooh,
Although,
Suits is a
although,
good
although,
one.
LA Suits, no.
No,
That's like the Washington Wizards.
I think
right.
fair.
Right.
I think I watched maybe like 10 minutes of the episode.
Oh
first
my
episode,
God,
and I stopped.
the LA
I
Suits
couldn't.
was terrible. All right, so I'm a Gabrielle Mock guy. So
Mm-hmm.
for me, that's my favorite character. What's your favorite character?
I liked what's his name? I feel bad for not knowing his name. The
The number
main
2
guy.
the number 2 guy, the young kid.
No, not Harvey. The young kid. Mike. Yes. Mike
Yes.
Ross. Yes.
Yes.
I like Mike.
You know what I like about that show? My wife and I talk about this all the time. The best dressed women are on that show.
I see that.
Like my Cubana girl, Gina Torres.
Yeah,
Like,
she ate down.
She like, man, like their expense, their wardrobe must be through the
Right?
roof.
It have to be.
And
They gotta keep up with it. Once they start, you can't stop. So
No,
gotta
you
keep going.
can't. But they're all the women dressed to the nine. The what's the redheaded girl's name? That's another
Oh.
one. She's always
I feel
dressed
bad
well
for not
too.
knowing the names.
Yeah, no,
but I know it.
Donna.
Donna, yeah, Donna.
Dude, you're good. I didn't know you were a Suits guy, actually. Oh man.
See, that's his Grey's Anatomy.
Okay, so a question for you, and we got the Washington Wizards theme going on with us, and I wonder about this with you now. Okay, all right, you're a Fast and Furious fan.
Oh, yeah, I am.
I love the series too, but I'm a little bit of a weirdo because everybody says that Tokyo Drift is the Washington Wizards out of the series.
Really?
And I disagree. I enjoy Tokyo Drift.
I did too.
See, there you go.
I think after the 7th one, it just
Yeah,
it
no,
was-
yeah.
But
Get it-
no, Tokyo. I feel like Tokyo Drift is.
I thought it was.
good.
I thought it.
It gave a different spin to it.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
That's exactly, and it gave the Asian dude. I forgot his name now.
Han.
And it gave him a little bit of where he got away from
Yeah.
like the normal stuff.
But it was still like focused about the cars and stuff.
It was right.
Yeah.
Okay, because a lot of people can't stand Tokyo Drift.
I love Tokyo Drift.
And they say, "Oh no, that I don't watch that." And I'm like, "No, dude, I can watch that one anytime. I actually think it's a really cool
I know.
story.
I watched it the other day.
And
Like
it's
couple
actually a
weeks
good
ago.
love story too, because obviously the kid and the girl, and then we've got the gangster in the middle
yes.
of the whole.
Sean.
There
Yeah,
you go. There you go. So so you agree with me on
I do.
this?
I do.
Okay, so I disagree. What you think it's the Washington Wizards of the series? You don't like Tokyo Drift? Oh, okay, wrestler.
Okay. Hobbs.
He's also a former wrestler, so
Okay.
that's why
Okay.
he kind of
That's on
leans.
par.
That's why he kind of leans that way. Okay, all right. So what are we expecting tonight? Well, from Brooklyn, you guys won last time 2-1.
Mm-hmm.
So you've been preparing all week now, and I know we got to get back on the winning track now.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
so
For
get back
sure.
to the top of the Game Bridge standings here. So what are we expecting from Brooklyn tonight? For those of you, you can watch it on Peacock and on Channel 10 too.
I mean, we won last time, so we're not like riding that, but like we're confident in ourselves and know what our team is capable of. And obviously the goal is to win.
What is their thing that you must defend? Is it a forward? Is it their what is it that they attack you with? Where do they excel that you guys are focused in on tonight?
I don't want to get out of the way.
No, no, not just in general. Like, what is it that are they an aggressive bunch? Are they a possession bunch?
I feel like
what
Brooklyn,
kind of style are we facing? Is what
I feel like Brooklyn has always been like one of the grittier teams, so they always like go hard. But just also, this season I feel like they're long balls. We just have to have a look out for.
Okay, see, okay, so that's what I want to see, if they're more of a possession, or they kind of play that European style, that German style that they like to go long. Right. Okay. The other thing that I wanted to ask you, Nia, before I let you go, do we have ourselves a little bit of a rivalry with Lexington SC now with what's gone on this year? Because I would imagine that January 31st is it's already on my calendar. It's got to be on yours.
Is that the rematch?
Yes.
I have to double check. It could be. We definitely got some unfinished business there. So we're gonna go into that game and give everything we got.
Yeah.
I know you can't
think about that now.
I know, but no, that one hit hard. But we know that feeling, and obviously don't want that again. So
no, of course, because it wasn't you guys.
No,
that was not your team at all. And so when that happens, I would imagine, and you guys played to a tie before that. So this is kind of, I don't know, we might be developing into, this is kind of the two teams right now that are kind of rising above right now. And so
it could be. We'll just have to see how it all plays out. But no, we definitely have some unfinished business with them.
Yeah, because I would imagine it's kind of stirs up a little bit in that locker room.
Bit.
Yeah. Nia, thank you so much for being with us, and I look forward to visiting Bermuda and giving you my report on
winning
Bermuda.
Recommendations.
Yes,
where I'm at.
Yes. So definitely going to get the recommendations now. For your injury, when are you back?
To be determined. It should be back shortly. Got another doctor's appointment coming up, but it's healing. I feel like it's healing pretty good.
Purple, your color?
Yeah, and I just feel like it gives a pop of color.
I'm just saying, we're vibing.
But it's not,
we're
not
vibing today. We're vibing today.
It's not too much. It's not too bright, but it still gives a little pop of color.
It looks cool.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nia. Appreciate you.
Me.
You got it. My pleasure. Nia Christopher, and of course, forward for your Fort Lauderdale United. Check her out, number 7 there on your roster, and of course, from Bermuda, man, that is so freaking cool. Great job by Nia, and we look forward to doing the game tonight and watching the ladies get back in the victory column. By the way, all your cooling and plumbing, they are the number 1 in Florida when it comes to AC and plumbing service. They've been around since 1973. They service from Homestead all the way to Vero Beach. We've got an office now in Naples. They've been at this for 52 years. When you're at it for 52 years, you've been doing something right, folks. Extended warranties, financing available, same-day installations, free repair estimates, 7 days a week service. You're going to love it. Tommy and all the great people out there, make sure you reach out to them, 888-204-5554 at All Year Cooling. And we thank Nia Christopher for joining us here on the program, man. Awesome. Good stuff with Nia. And I'm looking forward to the game tonight. And hopefully the ladies will get back on the win column. Don't forget, folks, before you close out, hit the like button. It is very, very important that you hit the like button before you go. Let me see what we got here. I've heard many pro QBs say Marino is the best passer they've ever seen. Marino was amazing, dude. He was amazing. He was so awesome. But you've got to actually, support every quarterback. Doesn't matter who they are. And he just didn't get the support that he needed, unfortunately. Let's see what else. You like Suits? Of course, dude. Suits was a great show. I love Suits. But see, She got it right also. Nia and I got it right here. LA Suits was no bueno. Well, wait a minute. Are you an LA Suits guy? You won't. You just turn it on for 5 minutes and you will turn it off. It would just, once you have characters that they grow on you and you get attached to them, it's hard for you to come up with a spin-off and then try to match that. It's just really, really difficult. Sometimes people pull it off, but sometimes they don't. Dolphin Dave says, Big O, you do a great job with the interview. It's fun to listen to. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. I had fun. Nia was fun. That was cool. Had a good time. And remember, guys, the game starts at 7:30, and you can watch it on Peacock and on Local 10. For those of you that are in this area, you can watch it on Channel 10. But if you're out of the area, you can watch it on Peacock if you have that service there. All right? There you go. All right, good stuff. Appreciate all of you out there. We're going to wrap it up here on the program. I thank Isabel for helping us out as always. Thank Nia Christopher for joining us. We thank Sean Stanley. We thank Manny Navarro. Also, if you missed the Canes breakdown with Manny, he joined us earlier on the program. Appreciate all of you for tuning in. Don't forget to smash the like button. We'll see you on Monday morning live at 10 a.m. Same time, same place, same bat channel.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show. This is the